Hey guys, I'm Sir O, your teacher on the go. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Today's video lesson for statistics and probability is all about finding the mean and the variance of the sampling distribution of the sample means. Finding the mean and the variance of the sampling distribution of the sample means. For better understanding, we will put it in an example. The following table gives the sum of tutorial rate of 6 teachers in Central Luzon per month. Suppose that random samples of size 4 are taken from this population of 6 teachers. Do the following tasks. Here is the table, which give the sum of the tutorial rate of 6 teachers in Central Luzon. Number 1. Solve the mean of the population. Number 2. Solve the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means. 3. Compare mean of the population and the sample mean. Number 4. Solve the variance and the standard deviation of the population. Number 5. Solve the variance of the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means. And last is to compare standard deviation of the population and standard deviation of the sample means. Let's do number 1. Solve for the mean of the population. Solution. The population mean is solved as follows. Therefore, the population means of the tutorial rates of the selected teachers in Central Luzon is 18,000 peso per month. Number 2. Solve for the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means. To solve for the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means, the following steps are to be considered. Letter A. Identify the possible sample of size 4 and compute their individual means. Here are the possible samples. To get the mean, add all the possible samples and divide it by 4. Do that process in all the possible samples. Letter B. Construct the sampling distribution table for the sample means and multiply the sample means to their probabilities. Step 1. Copy the sample mean. Step 2. Get a frequency in each sample mean. Step 3. Get the total of the frequency. In this example, we have 15 total frequency. Solve the probability for each sample mean using the formula frequency over total frequency. Last step is to multiply the sample mean to their probabilities. Therefore, the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means is 18. Number 3 is to compare the mean of the population and the sample means. The population mean is equals to 18, and the mean of the sample means is also 18. Therefore, both means of the population and the sample means are equal. Number 4. Solve for the variance and the standard deviation of the population. To solve for the variance and the standard deviation of the population, the given table below will be utilized. Copy the given samples. Get the squared of each samples by multiplying the given sample by itself. In this example, we have 8 times 8 is equals to 64. Do that process on the succeeding given samples. To calculate for the variance, use the formula and substitute the given. To calculate for the standard deviation, use the formula and substitute the given. Therefore, the variance of the population is 4.67 and the standard deviation is 6.83. Number 5. Solve the variance and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means. To solve for the variance and standard deviation, the sampling distribution of the sample means, the following steps are to be considered. Letter A. The following formula will be utilized to solve for the variance and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means. For variance and for standard deviation. Letter B is to construct the sampling distribution table for the sample means. Square of the sample means and multiply the result to the probabilities. Step 1 is to copy the sample mean in number 2. Get the squared in each sample mean. In our example, we have 14 times 14 is equals to 196. Do that process in the other sample mean. Step 3 is to copy the probability in number 2. Step 4, multiply the squared sample mean and probability. Do that process on the succeeding sample means. Letter C. Solve for the variance and standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means using the given formula. For variance, substitute the given. We have 4.67. For standard deviation, substitute the given. We have 2.16. Therefore, the variance and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means are 4.67 and 2.16 respectively. Number 6. Compare standard deviation of the population and the standard deviation of the sample means. The variance of the population and the sample means are equal with the value of 4.67. The standard deviation of the population is 6.83 and the standard deviation of the sample means is 2.16. Therefore, standard deviation of population and the sample means are not equal. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. For more video lessons and tutorials updates, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Muli, I'm Sir O, your teacher on the go. Adios, amigos!